Hey everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery. Today I want to talk a little bit about keeping pests out of our coop during the winter time. Pests such as mice and other rodents can bring disease and bad things to our coop, and we don't want that. Especially during the winter time. Everything is looking for food and warm places to hide. You can help to prevent pests in your coop by making sure your coop is kept very clean. You want to make sure that there's no areas where bedding is really built up where rodents can build nests in the coop. Make sure that your coop doesn't have any holes or anything like that where pests can get inside. Another thing that's really important is you want to keep your flock's feed nice and contained. So make sure you choose a good feeder where the feed stays contained and the chickens can't kick it around. And you can even take the feed out at night out of your coop and put it back in the morning. Something that I like to do to prevent pests in my coop is I use the power of herbs. Mint is a natural way to prevent mice and other pests from visiting your coop. So I like to make some repellent jars. I'll hang mint in my coop, and I'll also make a little bit of a spray. I want to show you how I make my jars. First, you need to find a container that you're going to put your fluff or cotton batting or cotton balls in, and there's all different kinds of options. Use whatever jars you have around. So you can use these little jelly jars like this. These work really good. You can even use film canisters, which I know not a lot of us have these, but I still have them around. So sometimes I'll use these. Oftentimes I'll just grab a mason jar that's not good enough for canning anymore, but I can use it for making my repellent jars. You're going to want to grab a lid, and we're going to poke some holes in it. So I've taken a nail here and my hammer, and I very carefully poked a good amount of holes in here. Now you want the holes to be enough where the mint is going to come out, but you don't want the holes big enough where anything can try and get in there and take some of this cotton bedding to make a bed of their own. To make our jar, we're going to take some of this cotton batting here. You can use cotton balls too. And I'm going to put about, I don't know, maybe halfway full, 3/4 of the way full, just up to the ring part there, like that, or we screw that ring on. I'm also going to add some fresh dried mint into there, so I'll just break off some of this. And we'll carefully push this into here, like so. Mint is so easy to grow. I highly suggest growing it for not only for yourself, but for use in your coop. It has so many benefits. The flock loves to enjoy it, especially in the summertime. And again, it's going to help to keep those pests away. Now that we've put our mint in here, we're going to take some of this essential oil, and we're going to put about 10 drops or so into our jar, right onto that batting that we have. And the cool thing about these jars is that you can go and refresh them at any time during the winter if you need to. I make sure to put these in a place where the flock can't get to them, so they'll go in the corner away from where the chickens are. Sometimes I'll even put it just slightly on the outside of the coop. This way it's creating a perimeter, it's keeping the pest away, but the flock can't play with the jar. And there we go. Super simple, and it's going to help to keep those pests away. Another thing that I'll do, especially for my nest boxes, is I'll break up some of this mint and I'll put it in the nest box. I'll also make some repellent kind of spray here. So when everybody's out of the coop, I will take this spray, which is 50% witch hazel and 50% water, and I'll put in about 5 or 10 drops of this peppermint essential oil. This is a smaller jar. If you have a bigger jar, you could double it. I'll just put that in there. All right, that's good. And then I like to spray around the nest boxes, in the nest boxes. I have a lot of silkies. They like to go broody in the winter. And this will help to just keep any pests out of the coop, and it calms the flock as well. Hopefully I've given you some tips to keep pests out of your coop during the winter. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. As always, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that bell so you're the first to know every time a new video has been released. I'm gonna go put this in the coop.